Hey everybody, today's episode is going to bring us to talking a little bit about mentorship. Everybody needs a positive influence in their lives, and it's our opportunity right now in our age to be that positive influence for the next generation and the generation after that even. So join along with me and I'll share some stories about my being mentored and some mentorship of others that people have shared with me. All right, stick around. Let's go. The deer in the path there. These are what quiet morning walks are all about right here. Let's see if we can spot some more nature here. This morning I'm just going out for a little walk and got to thinking a little bit about mentorship. We're all at that age now that we have the opportunity to jump in and help the younger generation a little bit, offering advice, taking them on adventures, lots of different things that we could do. I'm going to just share a story. So when I was younger, I didn't look the most approachable, friendly kid. I had long permed hair and into metal music and whatnot. But I had this neighbor that lived 2 doors down from me. His name was Greg. And Greg, he took it upon himself to invite me to go fishing one day. And I didn't have any of the equipment. He had all the equipment. I believe I didn't take him up on the offer right away. And it took some time actually to kind of warm up to the idea. And later on, he approached me again. Say, "Hey, Jamie, I'm going fishing. Would you like to join me? I'm going fishing tomorrow." You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go fishing. So Greg had picked me up, and we'd jump in his car, and he'd take us down to Tim Hortons. We'd grab a donut, just like pretty regular routine it came for us. And he'd take me to his favorite fishing spot, and we were just, I don't think we ever really kept the fish, but we definitely caught lots of fish. And it was just a great experience. And I really appreciated the opportunity to go out there and go fishing. I didn't have to have any of the equipment. Greg had everything. He took all the responsibility of getting us there and just getting out and having a good time. And what's interesting is I don't forget that experience, and I had actually contacted Greg maybe 10 years ago, I want to say. And so this is a lot of years after the fact, right? I just reached out to him to thank him for taking me with him to go fishing. And during that phone conversation, he said something that was kind of interesting. He said, "I don't know who was doing who the favor," because he was going through some stuff as well. And it was kind of getting him out of the house, getting him energized. And just, I was there for him as much as he was there for me. And I didn't even know it at the time. So I guess I'm telling this story because there's lots of opportunity for us at this age to kind of give back or to reach out to the younger generation that, you know, they might not have the best situation at home. They might not have that positive influence, but you have the ability to be that positive influence. And I think we should take that on ourselves a little bit more. I just met a guy on a job here a couple weeks ago. His name's Rob, and Rob is remembering a story from 55 years ago now. his if I can remember correctly, it was his grade 6 teacher that actually took him out. His teacher owned a plane, and Rob wasn't, you know, he wasn't the most confident, I guess, individual when he was younger, and this teacher kind of took him under his wing, and they went out up into the air, and he just was beside himself when the teacher swung the controls over to his side, and he let him fly the plane. You know, so grade 6, you're not too old, right? But maybe 11, 12 years old. And this is 55 years later, and you should see the guy's smile on his face every time he remembers that particular expedition. He's just so fond of it. And again, we have the opportunity to mentor, and all of those possibilities are around every single corner. Another one of the opportunities that presented itself while I was at the job was there was another young guy that was working there doing fire watch, and his name's Evan. And I was telling him about the channel actually, and about the first episode that I did about ice fishing. And his response was, "Oh man, I'd love to try ice fishing." And I said, "Well, you never been before?" He said, "No, I've never been. I'd like to try that." And so I said to him, "I'm going to get your phone number tomorrow. We're going to exchange information. I'm going to take you out ice fishing next year if you haven't gone, and I'm going to make good on that." And look forward to it as well, because hey, it's just another opportunity that we have to mentor and, you know, just be that positive influence for somebody. Mentorship also might look like, you know, checking out the neighborhood kid. Maybe they're having trouble with their car, and you've got some mechanical ability. You go over there, lean up against the car, and hey, what are you seeing here? What's going on? Maybe if they're having a little bit of an issue, you can help them out. And those are great positive ways to, you know, engage the people in your neighborhood and just get some communication going. And again, like when you step in and help someone out, it just, for some reason, it seems less and less these days that people are willing to jump in there and help a stranger out. So I believe that those opportunities will really present themselves later on in the future, and this whole concept of paying it forward is just a great concept. We've all had little bits of people mentoring us through our adult life, young adult life, as well as our teenage years. And sometimes those people don't hear the message from their parents as well as someone else. So again, you just have those opportunities to go in there and really make a difference in somebody's life. That's a nice nice spot. I don't know where that deer went to, but who knows, maybe we'll run into it again. We'll see. You know, mentorship for us could look like a million different things for a young person. I know a young person lives nearby that recently lost his dad, and he's only I guess he's in his young 20s right now. Get the opportunity to talk to him about financial stuff, right? He's just asking about how mortgages work, or, you know, about RSPs or all that kind of stuff. And it's just good to, you know, connect with these younger people, because they get a sense that we're older, we've already experienced something, we've already made the mistakes, and we can help them, right? And like I said, sometimes helping them, we kind of help ourselves as well. We have many hobbies that we enjoy doing on a daily basis, and there's probably no reason not to take one of these young people along with us as well. I've used the opportunity to take a whole group of people out ATVing, actually, people that would never normally have the opportunity to do so. organized the ride structure and just did tours around, you know, a safe area that they could all drive the ATV and ride on the ATV and just explore and have a good time. I've also taken them out on my boat. Like I got it's a smaller ski boat, but again, you just, you know, make the effort to take a whole group of people out. I let some of the younger guys and girls actually, they must have been around 12 years old. Hey, want to learn how to drive the boat? And you know what? I think that those experiences that we can give to the younger generation, like they'll never forget that. It might have actually piqued a love of boating for them. We never know how things are going to play out later on. Another idea for mentorship would be to, maybe there's a young kid down the road, you know, maybe not that young, but teenager, whatever. Maybe they'd like to accompany you to an amusement park or mini golf, or, you know, do something like that. Just make the invitation. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but, you know, getting to know them and getting to get into their space a little bit can help promote some curiosity and a little bit of a friendship, and I think those are all great things. Heck, here's another one for you. So you might notice a young guy that's got a new jet ski or something, and he's having trouble backing that thing into his driveway. If you have the skills, take him out into the parking lot and teach him how to back up. I had an uncle when I was in my younger years. I was probably around 14, 15 when I was driving tractors out on the farm, and I still remember I was trying to connect two wagons together, and wagons are a little bit tougher to back up. They've got two pivot points each, and I was having a heck of a hard time. I didn't have any traction in the mud, and you know, these pins got to line up perfectly, right? So anyways, after multiple times in and out of the cab of the tractor, I went over to my uncle, and I know that he's on a schedule, right? He's got to get tomatoes into the Campbell soup place, and I jump out of the tractor and I'm like, I can't get this. Do you want to back it up? And he looks at me and he says, nah, we'll wait for you. So, you know, sometimes it's good, right? When you have that little bit of mentorship, you have a little bit of a push to do things and to learn things. And it's great to have the vote of confidence as somebody that's been there, done that, and can help you out. So I think there's a number of things that we can teach the younger generation. And like I was suggesting with Evan, right, when somebody comes up with a suggestion, hey, you know, I'd really like to do this. If you have it in you, reach out to that person and just make the connection and bring them along and teach them that skill. Anyways, that was just my thought for today about mentorship. There's a million different examples that I could share. Well, maybe not a million, but there's definitely, you know, several examples that I should share. But what I'm trying to invoke in you is to grab that opportunity to help and to mentor and just be there for one another. You're at the age right now that you can make a real positive impact on somebody's life that might not actually have that positive influence on their lives right now. And so help yourself, and I'm going to help myself by helping the younger ones as I can. And I hope you appreciate this, and we'll see you at the next one.